Last time, we optimized our reporting system to be blazing fast, but it's still static. Nothing updates on its own. I'm Harris from Laravel News, and today we're making this dashboard interactive with Laravel and Livewire. We won't write any JavaScript. Let's get right to it. Since we're using Laravel Livewire Starter Kit, Livewire is already installed. If you check composer.json file, you also notice that we get Livewire Flags and Livewire Vault. Flags UI gives us buttons, cards, tables, and more. We'll use these components to build our dashboard. Let's go to our terminal and type php artisan livewire publish config in order to get our config file. So open it up and scroll down to the layout. You'll notice that we have the app.plate.php file inside components layout directory. And this instructs Livewire to use this predefined layout, so we don't have to do it ourselves. If you're not familiar with Livewire, here is how it works. We have Livewire components live on your server. When users click buttons or type into forms, Livewire sends a request to update data. Then it only changes the parts of the page that needs to change. Think of it like React or Vue, but you write PHP instead of JavaScript. Let's create our main component that will hold all our analytics widgets. So PHP artisan, make Livewire, let's type analytics/dashboard. This will create the dashboard main component under analytics directory. And we also get the dashboard.plate.php file. Let's go ahead now and build our component. Let's go back, open that dashboard.php file. The first thing we'll need in this case will be a date range. So it will be a public string date range, and we'll default that to month. Then we have a couple of functions to implement. The first one is called update date range. It will accept a string for the range. We don't return anything, so let's just add void here. And we say that the date range we have as a public property will be based on the range that we pass on this function. And then we do a reset page. We will need that for pagination later on. And for pagination as well, we're gonna add our trait called with pagination. Let's import that at the top. The reset page will reset the page back in page number 1 when the filter changes. That's the main idea. So if we change from this week to this month to today, we'll always go back to the page number 1. So let's now go ahead and create the main function we need. And this one is called getStats property. In this time, we will return an array in this case. And what do we need in here? The first thing we'll need is the orders. So in order to get the orders, let's get query out of the order model. Import that. We will need the completed ones for period based on the date range. And last but not least, let's get them. Let's also return the array like we mentioned. And here we're gonna need 4 properties. The first one is the total revenue, which will be based on the orders total revenue we had from the previous episodes. The second one will be total orders. Again, this is the count of the orders. The average orders, which will be orders, average order value. And last but not least, let's get the unique number of customers. Orders, unique based on the user ID, and let's get the count. One more thing we need to do is we need to go down in our render function and pass the orders as the array inside our dashboard.plate.php file. So in this case, we will use again order query completed for the period based on the date range. We need the user relation, get the latest ones, and paginate every 10 orders. Perfect. One more thing we need to add up here in our date range is this attribute called URL. So import that. So this URL attribute on the date range saves the selected range in the URL. So for example, if you use this week as the date range and refresh the page, you stay on this week. If you change it, it will change as well accordingly. And if you refresh the page, it will remain on the same date range. So it won't refresh and reset back to the default one, which is month in this case. Now let's go back to dashboard.plate.php file. And since we're using Laravel Livewire Starter Kit, we will use Flags UI components where we can and Tailwind CSS for the rest. Every Livewire component needs a single root element. I'm gonna copy and paste HTML code, and we're going to discuss the most important parts of it since we are not really into design. So as we mentioned, we have the basic root element, our div in this case, and we have flags heading, we call analytics dashboard in this case, and some flags buttons. The most important part is the wire click, which tells Livewire that if we click on that button, trigger the update date range, and then we pass our date range, We have this for today, week, and month as well. If we scroll down, we have another stats grid, and we have the total revenue, we have the total number of orders. These are all based on the array that we return inside our basic component, the average order, unique customers as well. And last but not least, we have the recent orders table. We have some order IDs, customer, total, and date as well. Let's go back to our dashboard and refresh, and you'll notice that nothing shows up yet, and that makes sense. We need to go to our routes file and tell our route that we need to load the Livewire component instead of the dashboard controller. So dashboard Livewire class. And you'll see now that we get our analytics dashboard as expected. We get total revenues, we get total orders, average orders, and unique customers. Then we have pagination in our table, and it's ready to be used. We also have those date ranges up here. So if we change to today, we have no orders today, so it makes sense. Let's go to this week. Yep, and we get the orders based on the current week, and now this month. And everything works as expected. We've built an interactive dashboard without writing any JavaScript. We're using order model and collections and performance tips from our previous episodes. And Livewire handles all the button clicks and updates. In the next episodes, we're adding beautiful charts using Chart.js, and the charts will update when you change the date filters. Then we go and add some caching and add WebSocket support for live data as well. If this video helped you learn Livewire a bit more, hit that thumbs up and the hype button as well. And don't forget to subscribe to Laravel News for more videos like that coming up. See you in the next one.